Welcome back to my channel. My name is Yadrissa Green, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the ball cap method and how I installed my first frontal. So if you want to see how I did that, just stay tuned and keep watching. So I did get this hair from Amazon. This is a body wave lace frontal, a 13x4, and I did get it in 18 inches. So what I'm going to be showing you is just my step-by-step how I installed this wig. This is actually my first time installing the wig, so I just wanted to take my time, and I was actually watching the video while I installed this video. But this hair is very soft. This hair is very dense. It's 150 density, and yeah, I really love this hair so far. So what I'm doing is I'm just measuring the lace and the hairline to my actual hairline, and I am making a part right here. I'm parting the hair off because my hairline is further back and my edges come closer down, so I have a small forehead space. So what I'm going to be doing is sectioning off this hair right here in the front, because this hair right here, all of this hair I'm going to be removing. And how I'm going to be removing this hair is I'm going to be using Nair. So you got to be careful when you're applying your Nair, because you don't want to burn off too much of the hair. So I'm just making sure that I'm measuring it by placing my finger on top to make sure it is lined up with the wig cap that I have underneath it, which is a ball cap method that I did underneath this wig. So you can see me just constantly checking just to make sure that I am making the right section and making sure I'm not going to be taking off too much hair. Just keep on measuring it. I think I did part off too much hair, so I'm going to be combing some of that back, because you don't want to take off too much hair, because once you take off too much hair you can't add it back. But if you didn't take off enough, you can go in and take off a little bit more if that's needed. So just watch me part this off and just smooth it out. As I said, this is my first time installing the frontal, so I was just trying to take my time and just be precise, because I really did not want to mess up this wig by over plucking. So this is the part that I made, and this is what I am going to be removing from this wig, that section right there. So I'm just double checking again just to make sure everything is aligned up and my sideburns are lined up too, and my edges. So I want everything to be perfect. So I did take the wig off my head and I put it on a wig stand, and I put it on my mannequin head, and I did pin it down with some T-pins. So I pinned up the rest of the hair because you don't want to get the rest of the hair in the way, because you're not removing that hair. The only thing that you're removing is the small section that you have here. I did use one of my wax sticks that I have. Yeah, so I just applied the Nair onto the wax stick, and I'm going to be just smoothing it all over that section. And I'm not going to bring the Nair all the way down to the end of the hair. I'm just going to leave it up at the root of the hair and a little bit after. And here I am just testing it with the comb, just making sure everything is smooth and everything is saturated. And I did lean my mannequin head forward because I did not want to let the Nair run into the hair that's not being removed. When I pulled it before, it wasn't ready. I left it for about 5 minutes, so I did come back. This is my second time coming back trying to remove the hair. It still was tough to remove. I could have left it on a little bit longer, but I was fiending and I was just trying to make this wig and just excited. So here is me holding my mannequin head down and making it so it's sturdy, and just pulling those hairs out. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep pulling until that whole section with the nair on it, that whole section is removed. And then after this, I am going to go wash the nair out of the lace and out of the hair so it doesn't continue to nair any unnecessary hair. So here I am. This is after I washed the hair out, after I cleaned the lace, and I actually blow dried it until everything was dry because I'm about to install it on my head. So what I'm doing now in that clip is I was taking my tweezers, and you know the little spots that you have there, the dots from the hair that was ripped out, that was still there. So I was just plucking those little bit of hairs out. And now I'm just showing you the hair that was removed, and I'm going to be clipping the hair out of the way that I'm not going to be working with at this moment. Just pinning everything back so no hair gets in the way while I'm working on installing this unit. So what I did was I sectioned off around my ear so that I can cut off the tabs to measure it to my head shape. So what I did was I wasn't trying to take off too much hair, so I was actually pinning some more hair back, pin it out the way, and then I'm going to continue to cut that ear tab off, and I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush, and because I didn't want to make any mistakes, because again, this is my first time installing a frontal wig, and I really, like I said before, I really did not want to mess this up, so I just kept double checking everything that I do with every step that I made. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut this off, as you can see. Then after I cut this side of the ear tab, I am going to repeat and cut the ear tab off of the opposite side as well. When I finished cut both of the ear tabs off, then I did go ahead and cut the rest of the lace that you see behind the ear that I cut off. I did finish cutting that off of the wig on both sides. Yeah, so just make sure all that hair is out the way, because you don't want to cut any extra unnecessary hair by accident moving too fast. So just really take your time with this if you are a beginner like me. And of course, this video is sped up. It actually took me a couple of hours to install this wig because I was actually watching YouTube videos on installing a wig as I was installing this wig. And I'm going to be using bold holds to install my wig today. And for the bold holds, I only did one layer of the bold hold. And I just put the bold hold along my hairline all around. And I make sure when I got to the ear, I make sure I put enough there too, because I see a lot of people was complaining about the ear tabs coming up. I know it looks like I put I went over with the bow hold twice, so okay, that's what I did. So after I added my bow hold glue, I'm going to be smoothing it out with the end of my rat tail comb. You want to make sure you use something to smooth that out. I didn't want to use my finger and just make a mess and having to go wash my hands. So I just used the end of this. It's easy to wipe off after. And I did go in with my blow dryer on a cool setting. I blow dried it for a little while until I felt that the glue was tacky enough and not runny in any type of way and easy to manage and in place. So now I'm going to be trying to put the lace on top of the glue, and I'm just trying to make sure that I measure it out right and make sure it is in front of the wig cap that I have installed underneath it. So I'm just actually looking underneath before I lay the glue down, the lace down over the glue. And I'm going to be blending the lace into the glue with the same comb that I used to smooth out the glue on the wig cap. I seen someone else use this method with smoothing it out, so I just wanted to try this as well because I didn't want to use my finger and it get all over the lace and just make a big mess. So I thought that I'd try this method, and it worked out pretty good. So I'm just going to be continuing to smooth over my whole hairline on each side. Just make sure everything is laid down and make sure that lace is really stuck to that glue underneath it, because I didn't want to have any lifting or having to go over again with and adding any more glue in any places. And after this, I did use my Got To Be Hold spray, and I did spray it across the hairline. And I did get some of that freeze spray into my into the hair itself, which I was not trying to do. I was just trying to spray the lace more so, but I was just moving a little bit too fast. But just make sure you only put it on the lace, only put the Got To Be spray on the lace, because you don't want to get it in the hair at all and having to clean that up later. So I did blow dry that after I add the Got To Be spray, and I'm going to be cutting my lace in sections. I'm not going to cut from ear to ear. I'm going to cut one side at a time. So I'm going to be starting by making my first cut in the middle, and then I'm going to be cutting that lace off straight down. I did leave a good bit amount of lace on the frontal because I didn't want to cut it too close and make a mistake. Again, if there's any more that can be taken off, I can be able to go back and take off what is needed. So that's why you still see so much lace there that is left as I'm cutting off the lace. And of course, whatever I do on this side, I will be repeating on the opposite side. I'm going to be cutting the lace off of the opposite side as well. And I did leave a space on the other side. I didn't get too close with the lace. This is after me cutting the lace off of both sides. I'm trying to smooth the hair out and just trying to make a quick style with it. So I decided to go with a side part, and I'm just trying to brush it down, smooth it into place so that I can style this hair. I did have my hot comb plugged in, as well as my flat iron, and I'm just using that hot comb just to smooth the hair out and so that I can lay the hair down exactly where I want the hair to lay, because this is a fresh wig and it is very dense, which is a good thing, but I just wanted to lay in place. And I didn't show this part, but I did use a wax stick as well to smooth the hair down. And after I added the wax stick on the hair, I did go back on top of it with my hot comb just to smooth it out even more. And I'm just showing me curling the front of my hair just to make a light curl. I didn't show me curling the back of my hair because I didn't want this video to be even longer than what it has to be. So I'm just showing myself curling the front of the hair, and I'm actually using a flat iron. This is not a hair curler, just to make a couple of curls in the front. And I am working in kind of medium sections because I did want some big curls. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing there. And here is how it turned out after I curled the hair. I'm just going to be smoothing it out, combing it into place. So I really love this hair. I got the frontal in a 18-inch, and as you can see, I installed it. The hair is very soft. I curled the hair, as you can see. It holds the curve very well. This hair is just overall beautiful, nice and full, and I would recommend this if anybody's looking for a nice quality wig that they wanted to get. Check it out. I just installed this frontal, and this is actually my first time installing the frontal, so let me know what you guys think of this hairstyle.